Hello everyone. Sorry about that. I forgot to grab my iPad so I could see what you guys could see. Okay, have I got anyone joining me? Oh, hi Jeanette. Hi Dawn. How are you on this chilly Friday night? Jeanette got to have a bit of a sneak peek this afternoon when she called in to give me some money. So, I'll just go through the supplies that we're using. We're using this gorgeous pressed petals paper for this cute little card. I think I was showing Jeanette these earlier. You get 24 sheets in this pack. Only got a few more days left to order this one. It's just gorgeous. We have used it. We've used this one in class. I'm a bit slack. We have so many papers that I neglect to use them as much as I should. Just love this one. We're not using that tonight, but I'll show you one that I've done. So you get, I think it was 3 of each different page, for want of a better word. And you also get this one that you can just chop those up and use them on a card. Make out that you did the artwork yourself, I guess. With the wood panelling and the music, the Hessian background. I often use those sorts of backgrounds when I take my photos. They're great for taking your photos. Oops, what have I done there? A little bit of my measurement and my piece going there. So I just put that aside. I'm also using, I'm pretty sure I bought this die. What's it called? Lovely Leaves. This is leaving us as well, solely and wholly for this gorgeous little fern type leaf. We have nothing like this anywhere in the catalogue or in the new catalogue. So if you love leaves like me, you'd probably be as crazy as I am, and by that, it's got a little butterfly. It's got a stamp set that goes with it. I didn't drag that out to show you, sorry. And flowers, that one there cuts out the flowers, more flowers, not sure what that is. I have not used the stamp set, I will admit. And this one here, that cuts out the leaf but not entirely out of the paper, if that makes sense. I should have done one to show you. It cuts the leaf out so that it sits up in the paper. Depending on how much time I've got at the end of this video, I might just pop that through and show you. I have not actually used that one myself, but I just love that little fern, and that's very naughty of me to buy something just for one thing. And I'm also using the small and the large daisy punches. I was going to punch them out as we went, but I was having a little bit of a play to see which colour I liked and decided that I'd use a combination of both. So because they're already punched, you won't get to see that. I'm just using the Happy Birthday out of this Blossoms in Bloom die. This is a new one coming into the new catalogue. It's also got a die that goes with it that cuts out this big flower, and it's got a couple of little dies as well. You'll see that in the catalogue anyway. This one's also in the catalogue. All I've used out of this one is this gorgeous little flower here. I was going to use this daisy here, but it was a little bit big for what I wanted for tonight's video. Okay, so we'll get started. I might leave those pieces in there till we cut this down. I just did myself, I had made this card, I can't remember where I got it from, and I had a card that I'd made for my Uplines charity event back in October, and I could not find it anywhere. There was 2 cards that I had using that paper, could not find either of them, so I've probably given it away. So I searched everywhere. I just made myself a little, because I wasn't quite sure. I wanted to use Australian measurements, not the American ones, because they have different sizes. So I just guessed you'll see as I go. So it's just, mine's just a normal card base, okay, and I've just scored it in the centre, and then I've just gone 4 centimetres, which is there. Just make sure you're straight there. Is there a line? Yeah, there is. There and there. And all I want to do here, you can start from the edge or you can start from the centre line and just cut down there. Just make sure you cut through before you turn it, before you flip up the cutter. And you're going to do the same on the other side. So that's 4 centimetres on this side as well. You don't really need to be pedantic about what your measurements are. And I think I've got that crooked, have I? No, it's pushed up, should be right. So just up to the centre, don't go past the centre. You might have a bit of a whoopsie. Yeah, to there, and I just want to make sure I've gone far enough there. Yep, that's good. So then we don't need the trimmer again. As I say, not much measuring at all. And then you want to take this piece here and just simply, don't need to measure it, just fold it to the fold line. Grab your bone folder and fold it across, because those measurements there are going to be something or other, point something in metric, and we don't want to be bothered with that, do we? So that's that there. Oh, and I'm also going to be using, that's out of shot there, the new punch. Okay, so first we want to stamp our little flower on our centre section, because we're going to, oh, excuse me a second, I just had somebody come home. I need to put my note on the door. Don't come in here bowing, I've got the video in. Okay, now this piece here is the card. Half your card will be 10.5, but a little tip, just cut it just a smidge shorter, because you've got to allow for the fold in there. Actually, I might chop just a little bit more off that. Just so that it's going to fit nicely without hanging over the edge. Of course, if it hangs over the edge, you could just snip it off, but I'll just put that there. So that's that one. It's 7.2 across by 10.4-ish. There. I've probably made it a bit short now, but that doesn't matter. So why you need to stamp it is because you're going to, when you adhere these down, they're going to go over the top of that, okay? Can we all see that? Anyone? Hi Glenda, you're in your dressing gown. Well, that's good. Hi Marg. Wish I was in mine too. Hi Sharon. Hi Glenda. I think I said hi Glenda, didn't I? Now, I didn't decide actually what I wanted to stamp my little flower in. We might do it different to my others. I might stamp it in the memento. I might actually stamp off with that. Let's just see if it's going to give me, yeah, I don't want it too black. I could grab the grey, and also with this, I want it just in a bit, because this is very vanilla. It extends. The first one I did it too close to the edge, and I was lucky I could move it over. But that's what you want to keep in mind. You want to be able to see it. Ah, and I've burnt it. So we'll have another go. Just as well, it's got two sides, isn't it? Press down too hard, that's what happens. Okay, that's okay. Just want to give him a quick colour in with The Mossy Meadow and the Rococo Rose are the colours. I should have said what they were too, I forgot. So I'll just do the centre of the flower, of the leaf in the dark. Just quickly do the little leaf. Yeah, I started to tell you, yes, I've been wanting to do this little card because everyone was, I had the samples here for display and everyone was keen on the design, and I always meant to do it for a class and never got round to do it. So I thought, oh, well, I'll do it for a live. I was looking for it last week, and after looking for a couple of hours, yes, a couple of hours through everything, as you do, couldn't find it. I must have, I don't know, must have given it away. I don't know why I'd give it away if I hadn't used my sample. So I thought, all right, I'll have to find it and find a photo. So I found my photo of when I had them on display at the event. I hadn't even taken a photo, hadn't put it on Pinterest, nothing. So anyway, I found my little photo and thought, oh yeah, I think I'll be able to do that. And then I was flipping through Pinterest and happened to see another card, and luckily I did, because I hadn't remembered that I had adhered that down. So I had a quick look at a few, then I found a few of them. When you find what they're called, you can Google, and yeah, I did find a few, and I thought, oh well, I don't need anyone else's measurements. I know what I'm doing now. I'm on the right page. Just put a little bit of Winker Stella on your flower. Always got to have a bit of bling, don't we? And now that one can be adhered down. Oh, goodness me. Oh, well. All else fails, use your other glue. That's one thing I didn't grab. I didn't see if I had a spare snail. I have, but they're in the other room, so I'll just use our wet glue. And hopefully I don't make a mess with it everywhere. So if you put that up to the line, put that about in the centre. Actually, I'm going to pull that down to the edge, make it level. And then we want to adhere those down as well. I know what I can use. Haven't seen this around for a while, have you? The old fast fuse. We're getting in the new catalogue. Most of you got your new catalogues. You would have seen that we're getting, well, we don't know yet, but probably looks like that might be empty too. A substitute for or a replacement for our fast fuse, which will be great. So I did drag mine out the other night and think I should use this up. So I've still got a few. I don't often use it, but it's great for when it gets stuck to my fingers. That's probably one reason I don't use it. It is great when you're doing little boxes. When I do little gifts for my ladies, I often use it because it's quicker than tearing off the tear and tape. When you're doing a bit of a mass production of things, it's quite handy to have something quick like that. I don't think I want to use it for the DSP though. I haven't got to that yet. I was going to say I didn't tell you what sizes the DSP was, but I haven't got there yet, have I? Actually, maybe I've got a snail. Yes, I do. I've got my little trolley in here, so we're all set. I do have a snail. Some things I prefer to have snail for. I'll quickly swap that out. And here. Gotcha. So the DSP, these two pieces are 10 centimetres by 3.5 centimetres. Review those first. I think I want that up that way. Try and centre that as best you can. And this one, this side. Yeah, that's about right. And then these two little pieces are, hopefully you can see that in camera. No, I probably need to be this way a little bit more, do I? This way or the other way? I'm probably too far this way. Let me just adjust that a little bit. It needs to be back that way, so as I'm not going out of camera on you. So this one, maybe like that. Just see whether that's any better. Is that better, guys? No one's talking to me. Is that any better? It's a bit of a lag, so you are probably answering me. I'm sure what way up you go. I don't think it matters too much. Maybe I want it that way up. Turning them around and around, getting you giddy. Okay, that's that done. So that's that one. Just put that aside for a sec. I'll do, looks like my measurements fallen off that. That was this little piece. Just to explain why I've got the measurements on those, you won't be wondering, why the heck has she got that? Well, I will explain. Where's my... Because I'm going to use this punch, and that's the measurement I worked out that I had to have so that it would fit where I've got it. If that makes sense. Now I think I'll put that in Mary Merlot. Let's do the happy birthday. I want to get that straight. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Beautiful. Now, just let that dry a bit, because with our, where is it? With our Mary Merlot piece, that was 1 inch by 3 1/8. So that's what I worked out. Where are we? That when you put it in here and punch it, it was going to be the correct size for my sentiment. So I want to make sure you centre that. Where's my little bin? So as you can see, you can make any size, just making sure I've got that in the right edge, the right punch, I should say. Don't want one with one design and one the other. Well, I suppose that would be a bit different, wouldn't it? And that one in there. So that's size. So that was 1 inch, and this one is, get in the right side again. This one is 3/4 of an inch. And it's got a 1/2 inch one as well. So as you can see, you can make any size within reason. Just going to flip that up there. If I'd have gone too far with that, cut it too short. I could have just pulled it back, but it seems like it's going to work. So here's hoping. Yeah, just. Maybe that should have been a bit longer. It probably depends where I stamped it. I've probably stamped it a bit further to one end. I don't suppose you can predict that very well. You'd be pretty clever if you could. Now, where's my big dimensionals? Where have they gone? Oh, here they are. They're stuck to the other ones. Go. So I don't know if I've mentioned that you would have seen that there's the new big shots in the new catalogue, but they've told us that they're not going to be available when the new catalogue launches, and they have not told us when they're going to be available. I wasn't sure who would be interested, but I have one lady said that she was thinking of getting a new machine, so that'll just give you longer to save up, won't it? So we'll put dimensionals on this one and on this one as well, because we want that to be able to sit our little sentiment up. I didn't quite have that straight, but no one's going to measure, are they? On the other side, you can't see it anyway. I'll put that. No, I'll need them again for the flower. So, going to have... I'm hopeless trying to get things in the middle, so sometimes I resort to tweezers, and now my dimensionals are stuck to my finger. Oh, goodness. I'll pop that off there because it's pushing my hand up. And it doesn't really matter if that goes over the edge. If you wanted it not to go over the edge, you would use something a bit shorter. So that goes there like that. Put my tweezers back, done with them. Now to assemble the little flower. I've punched those out with the daisy punch, and I think you're all familiar with the daisy punch. I'm actually thinking of ordering myself another one of each, because I don't know, I think my big one, because it's had so much use, I think it's getting a bit dull. And this is where I thought I would get away with using one of each of these. Let's see what we think. We can always punch another one if we don't think that's right. So he's going here. Which side do we want? It doesn't really matter because they're both going to show, aren't they? I always put too much glue on when I'm doing my daisies. Anyone who hasn't got the daisy punch, I don't know what's wrong with you. You need it. It's just gorgeous. I'll show you a couple of other ones that I've made the same style, same daisy, but just with different DSP. And I was going to see which one I wanted to put where, but I don't think it matters because they're going to both go on there anyway. And I think that looks pretty jolly good. What do you think? And where did I put them? Yeah, I was just wondering whether I had forgotten about these because they're not in my little box. They're in a, yes, I think they're going to be perfect. These little flower centres. I could have used them on my other ones, I just realised too. But anyway, I used something else. I'm showing them to you in a minute. Don't know if I've given you all the sizes for everything. I've tried to. Hopefully I have. That's that. That's that. Yeah, I think I have. Yep, I think I have. Now what I did was I just centered that pretty much. Then I took these gorgeous leaves. I want them flicking up, not down. Textured them and decided where I wanted them. Yep, I'll do that. Has anyone made one of these cards before? Just love this simple, quick design. Just love it. And there we go. As you've got your inside done, all I would do now would be to put the little flower. I'm not quite sure what colour. Wouldn't matter what colour. That's what I did with my other ones. Was just the one I've opened first. I don't know what it was now. I would just put that flower there. It was the light pink, the Rococo Rose. That would be all I would do there. So how cute, quick and simple is that? Now I'll show you another one I made using the same paper. Same paper, but look how different it is. This one's got Daffodil Delight, and I've textured those. They've gone a bit flat in the bag. I've actually, because I've used the one flat sort of colour, I've also used a dauber and sponge the edges on that. So out of the same pack of paper, two totally different cards. This one is out of the, it's in the new catalogue. Help me, what's it called? It's just over there, I'll have a look. And see how well that goes with the daisies as well. Just grab the paper and do you know what that's called? It's called the Ornate Garden. That's what you guys got on your bags that you picked up today. So it's got those papers, and on the backs it's got the gold, sort of gold embossing, and you can colour, put your own colour on that. So it's really pretty. Really pretty. Okay. Let's see if there's any questions. It is beautiful, DSP. Hi, Di. How you going? Be good to get the shop open and going again. Yeah. Yes, Dawn. It's really pretty. Thanks, Glenda. Okay. Yeah, I'll blog the measurements, Marg. I don't think I've blogged last Friday nights yet either. I've been a bit, well, I haven't been very well this week. And with the work out by my osteo yesterday, I could hardly walk today. So anyway, it's just as well I did most of what I needed to do yesterday, wasn't it? So, yeah. Anyway, thanks. Is that the one that goes in there? Thanks for watching there. That's just a really cute, quick little card. Just love that design. So, and I've been wanting to do that since October. So it was a long time coming, but we got there in the end, and I'm so glad I did. I really just love this little card, and you can do so much different with it. Tonight I was looking on Pinterest, and because I'd been searching for that style of card, there was one that had the the lighthouse from the sailing ship. You just have to make sure that you've got a fair bit of room, that your embellishments didn't come over here, because then it wouldn't go in the envelope, but the lighthouse would fit. There's lots of things. You could do it with the new world globe thing as well for a guy's card. Yeah, really, really versatile little card, and you just write in there, so, and no one's going to see that when that's standing up. It's just beautiful. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, the ones that are doing the class, or anyone can watch, but we're doing our live class tomorrow, our Magnolia class, which is going to be really cute, really pretty class. So yeah, I hope some of you can join us for that. Okay, bye bye, see you tomorrow.